NBA Finals, the Los Angeles Lakers versus the Miami Heat. So the Heat are going to look to expose the Los Angeles Lakers with their ball pressure, with back cuts, dribble handoffs for their shooters, and we're going to look also at some elbow touches for Bam, along with some post-up touches for Jimmy Butler. So when the Miami Heat played the Los Angeles Lakers, they really focused on getting back cuts versus the Lakers' ball pressure. You can see this was the opening set they ran against the Los Angeles Lakers back in November. Just look at a lot of the different back cuts they did. I shortened the clip so you guys can just see how often it happened. I cut it in half as well. But they're really focused. So look at Jimmy Butler's face cut. And they ran that same action about a minute later into the game. So if you're the Lakers, you know you got to stay below your man. You got to really focus on not ball watching so you don't get back cut, because that's just something Miami's really going to try and do to attack them. Back cut, KCP ball watch. All right. So this is a pistol chest action they ran. So Jimmy Butler's going to go high and he's going to back cut him. And guys, you guys see how frequently this happens. So, all right. In an article from John Schulman, he focused on the analytics of this series. He shows how often the Heat get dribble handoffs for their shooters. And we see that Tyler Hero and Duncan Robinson both rank in the top 5 in the playoffs for dribble handoff shots. The Heat really love running DHOs in transition and their secondaries and any time on the flow of the offense. The offense never stops because every time there's a post up or there's a DHO, it's just continuous movement. So you're going to see continuous movement here. See DHO, Tyler Hero gets downhill for the jump shot. Nope. They defend the initial action well. Pin down, dribble handoff. And now you guys just see how often they're going to just try and get continuous ball movement. Just like right here. You're going to see Bam Adebayo. So the Celtics are right there. As soon as Bam catches it, quick DHO. Tyler Hero comes off of the shot for a 3-point basket. Something else the Heat are going to look to do is to attack the Los Angeles Lakers bigs in pick and rolls and in multiple actions. You can see that the Dwight Howard, Anthony Davis combination along with McGee have not worked out for the Los Angeles Lakers this year. They've been outscored by their opponents by 12 plus points. Just right here, you can just look at Dwight Howard screwing up a pick and roll coverage. JaVale McGee allowing him to turn the corner and he gets flushed on. So reasons like these are why the Los Angeles Lakers are going to have to make a decision whether or not they want to play big or go small. And I think the small lineup will work out really well with Marcus Morris at the 4. So you're going to see JaVale McGee screws up the coverage call. Bam Adebayo gets an and one finish. Allows Jimmy Butler to turn the corner. So Frank Vogel has a decision to make. Another time. Allow Bam to attack him. Get right to the finish. Session we saw how effective Bam Adebayo is in his elbow touches. He's averaged about 10.5 elbow touches per game. And Jimmy Butler along with him have been really effective in scoring in the block area. So you can just see right here, this is in the regular season. Bam Adebayo loves to get that left elbow catch and turn and score. We just saw him do the same thing to Dwight Howard without a doubt. Something else that Bam Adebayo is really effective in is catching it off post-ups. He's not looking to score from out there, but being a great and efficient passer. So this is why the Lakers have to make a decision. So we're going to look up here and see some other ways that the Heat love to attack the mismatches. So Jimmy Butler's going to get to a post-up. Myers Leonard cut, freed up the middle, so Anthony Davis, the shot blocker, was away from the rim. Here's another time we see Jimmy Butler gets it. He makes this great move. This back cut is something that the Heat love to look. And this normally goes into a screen-to-screener action. Because of that, the Miami Heat have a lot of space to drive. So Hero's cut is going to create a wake here. This is another just Jimmy Butler getting downhill. And whenever Jimmy Butler goes one-on-one, which is something the Lakers will love to force him to do, it's going to take them out of their pick and roll, their spacing, and just being able to create for one another. Now we're going to focus in on what Frank Vogel and his staff is going to have the Lakers do to compete for a championship. When the Miami Heat are in their man defense, they're going to really focus on LeBron James and Anthony Davis post-ups, along with continuing to attack transition offense off of makes and misses, second chance points when the Heat are in their zone, and just continuing to generate movement in their zone by getting the ball to the middle. One of the things that makes LeBron James so difficult to defend is his ability to create offense for himself and others, and he does this a lot out of the post-ups. We're going to take a look at a few different ways he gets into his post-ups. So there's regular post touches. He can get it off of an action, he can get it off of the flow of the offense, or he can get it in transition. You see that LeBron James does a great job just reading the defense, loading to the ball, and always finds a way to hit cutters on the backside. So it's a step-up screen that forced the switch. Now he has the mismatch that he wants. He has Jamal Murray. The Nuggets now have 5 people ball watching, and they're all loaded to the ball. Anthony Davis gets a wide open 3. Eric Spoelstra had this to say about LeBron James. When he returned after the lockout, he was a totally different player, Spoelstra says. It was as if he downloaded a program with all of Olajuwon's post-ups and Ewing's post-up moves. I don't know if I've seen a player improve that much in a specific area in one offseason. His improvement in that area alone transformed our offense to a championship level in 2012. And this is something that Eric Spoelstra said back in 2014 or 2015. Now we're going to take a look at LeBron attacking post-ups in transition. So he does a great job reading the double team for Michael Porter coming from the middle. He spins baseline for a dunk. And this is what Spoelstra was just talking about, LeBron James post-up arsenal. So this is a cross-screen action I like to run for him. So this is normally Chicago action for Dwight Howard to flash to the middle for a layup or a dunk. Gary Harris plugs Dwight Howard coming on the cross screen. LeBron James checks the shot clock. He knows he only has about 6 seconds to score. Jab, shot. And this is what makes him really difficult to defend. Anthony Davis is another guy that loves to post up, and he gets about 8 post-up touches a game. We're going to take a look at maybe 1 or 2 clips of what he did well in the post versus Miami Heat. He did not get that many post-up touches. He has Derrick Jones, which is a mismatch. He goes baseline, and he power dunks it. This will not be as easy playing against Bam Adebayo, Jay Crowder, and the new assets they have with the Miami Heat. You see the same thing. Derrick Jones is too small, gets to the foul line. Anthony Davis is the Los Angeles Lakers' best foul shooter. In the previous video, we discussed how Los Angeles Lakers have to continue to attack transition on makes and misses. This is something that the Miami Heat is going to really have to lock in on doing. The Los Angeles Lakers had a lot of success thus far in the playoffs attacking in transition. We're going to look at a few things they need to do in the zone, just continuing to get mid-post touches and allowing Anthony Davis to create offense for everybody else to shoot the 3. Something else they really did was focusing on flooding the backside. Anthony Davis had options. He drove down for the layup. They have to continue to pound the offensive glass, and this is going to be the saving grace for Dwight Howard and JaVale McGee, and the only way they're going to get playing time is if they pound the offensive glass. You can see that the Lakers are in their small lineup, and you can see that Anthony Davis gets a tip-in dunk. This is something that Dwight Howard really needs to do well. We're going to take a last look at some of the things that Frank Vogel is going to look to run against the Miami Heat. We already show what Miami will do. This is some zone offense they ran baseline out of bounds against teams thus far in the playoffs. You can see Anthony Davis supposed to screen outside of the zone and slip. This is an action they ran a few times as well. You're going to see Kyle Kuzma flash to the soft spot of the zone after Anthony Davis pins the middleman. Look to see the Los Angeles Lakers try and get this against the Miami Heat as well. Same action. Morris goes to the soft spot, shoots the jump shot. Who do you guys have winning the finals? Follow me on social media and let me know.